Good afternoon. My name is Isaiah Walker Trammell. This will be my practice for my informative speech. I would like to go ahead and address, you would like to see us start and stop the video. This is a clicker I'm using to do that. Okay, here we go. The topic is same words, different worlds, how context shapes communication across professions. The purpose of this is to address with you all how the same words or phrases can have different meanings depending on the profession and understanding context, improving the communication. Let's begin. If I walked into a room and yelled, "Clear," what would you think that meant? People from different professions often assign different meanings to the same words, which can lead to confusion. As a Marine, I have seen how professional training changes the meaning of common words and phrases. Like the example I gave, "clear." That would mean something totally different if you were somewhere clearing a building in Afghanistan versus if you were in a medical setting and someone was about to be defibrillated. Context, training, and shared experience determine how we interpret language. So let's start. First, we're going to explain why context matters. Second, I'll give you the Cover Me incident, talking and referring to the Los Angeles riots of 1992. Third, I'll explain why understanding context improves communication. Why words don't always mean the same thing. Context shapes meaning. Professional training creates specialized language, and different audiences interpret the same message completely different. According to the American Psychological Association, communication depends on both the message and the context in which it was received. Now let's look at a real example of context that can change the meaning. The phrase "cover me" during the 1992 Los Angeles riots. A police officer shouted "cover me," expecting Marines to aim their weapons and protect him while he moved to a different covering position. The Marines interpreted "cover me" as an order to provide covering fire and fired approximately 200 to 300 rounds into a house. No one was injured, thankfully, but the incident demonstrated how identical words can have drastically different meanings based on our professional training. According to Bill Murphy Jr., who wrote the article, "Cover Me," published by Understandably, was misunderstanding occurred because the police officer and the Marines attached different meanings to the same word or command. To the police officer, it just meant to make sure nobody in that building moved towards me to harm me. To the Marines, that meant lay suppressing fire. Understanding context improves communication, which prevents misunderstandings, improves teamwork and safety, and helps communicate effective across professions. The National Institute on Deafness and Other Communication Disorders explains that effective communication depends on both the speaker and the listener to correctly interpret language. The same words can have completely different meanings depending on the profession and situation. We learned why context matters, explained "Cover Me" incident of the Los Angeles riots of 1992, and saw why understanding context makes better communicators. Words don't just have Words don't just have definitions, they have destinations. They gain meaning from how people use them. Thank you.